Hey guys. So, shit hit the fan has happened. And you're going to run to the woods. You know, the lush green woods. Oh, by the way, that's the size chunks we carry. That's about 30 pounds. Then we cut them into logs, the smaller ones. So, but we're working. I decided to make a video because this is a perfect opportunity. People think they're going to run into the woods and be safe. You see that? Let's see. See that busted tree? See that widowmaker right there? That big old pine right there. Now, a lot of people think they're going to make a little lean-to or dig a hole and put a lean-to over the hole, and they're going to be fine. Because look at it. It's so lush and green in here. You know, nobody's going to be able to see them. That's a downfall. They might not be able to see you, but are you going to be able to see them? Are you going to be able to see an animal coming up on you? Look at this. I mean, I'm in the middle of the woods here, cutting, doing some tree clearing. Look at that. You make a shoulder, and that stuff falls down on you. What are you going to do? These widowmakers, I mean, this place is loaded with it. Do you actually think you're going to be safe right here instead of in a home of some kind? I mean, just look at this. This is death waiting to happen for people. I will give you examples. I've already given you examples. Look at this. Hold on. Here's another one. Damn spider webs. Look at that. That's another standing dead. That's a big ash right here. Now you think, okay, I'll move my camp away from stuff like that and I'll be safe. If it falls, it's going to fall into other trees. Other trees is going to bust apart, and it could domino effect into your little lean-to fortified area. So, widowmakers, fallen trees is one. Now, people think, oh, I'm out here in the woods, I'm going to be safe. Again, people might not be able to see you, but you might not be able to see people sneaking up on you. In some areas, they're going to be bears, mountain lions, bobcats, wolverines, coyotes, foxes, raccoons, moose. You know, coming through the area. Are you going to be able to see them in time in this thickets? No, you're not. How about snakes? You know, copperheads, cottonmouth, you know, water moccasins, rattlesnakes. Those little bitty red and yellow and black snakes. I think they're called coral snakes. One's poisonous and one's non-poisonous. Are you going to stop to tell? Are you going to be able to see it as you're walking through this stuff? Look at this right here. That's a hole right here. You'll be walking, you hit that, you can bust an ankle. Poison ivy, poison oak is all over this place. People that say they're bugging out to the woods, they don't have a clue. They're used to this camping bull crap. This is dangerous. You're going to have other people in here hunting for food, and they come across your camp. Right now, it's nice and green and camouflaged, but come fall and winter, this is going to be barren. I can see the other fields. There's a big field that way. There's a big field that way. There's a big field that way. Can't see it right now, but in the fall and the winter, clear as day. People's going to see your camp. People's going to see your smoke. People are going to see you moving around. I mean, guys, it is dangerous to bug out into the woods unless it is your last, very last option. You know, you're going to have, if you go to the woods, you're going to have at least 3/4 of an acre cleared off of trees so they can't get to you. Then clearing off land like that, you're exposing yourself. Say it snows and you're walking through this and you don't see all this stuff that's on the ground and you trip over it. And say, over here, perfect example. Let me see, show you. Say you're walking and you trip. You see that? That's sticking in the ground. You fall on that. What are you going to do? So you could trip over that, not see it in the snow, trip, fall, impale yourself. What are you going to do? You're going to be screwed. I mean, guys, people's really going to have to start thinking. People watching too much TV shows, reading too much BS books by people that's just out to make a buck, and watching too many YouTube videos whose people are on here trying to get sponsors, trying to get famous, trying to get a TV show, trying to make money. I'm telling you guys the truth. A lot of you guys might not agree with me. You think you're going to come out here with your inch bag and you're going to make a homestead and you're going to just thrive and survive. What about ticks? What about scorpions? What about spiders? What about fire ants? Oh, and another one. These retarded, mean-ass yellow jackets love making nests in these fallen trees. You hit one of them and you get hit 50 or 60 times by them as you're trying to run. Your body can go into shock. And if you're allergic to them, you're dead. Have you guys thought about all this? And another thing, people says, oh, you need to get in the woods by a water source and make your camp by the water source. That is wrong. You want a water source near you if you have to bug out. But you want to stay well away from that water source. Why? Mosquitoes. If you're by a water source, mosquitoes will eat you alive. Animals come down to drink water. It could be a bear, a moose, a mountain lion, a bobcat, a wolf, a coyote. And they're just not one or two. A lot of those run in packs, and they see you and they smell you, they're going to attack you. Another reason, just what you guys said, you need a water source. Other humans will be out here looking for water, and if your camp is by a lake, a stream, a creek, a river, whatever, they're going to see your camp, and you're going to have trouble. I've heard people about digging holes and covering it up and staying in it. What happens when it floods? What happens when it rains? Where's all that water going to go? Into the hole you've dug. You're going to get hypothermia. You're going to die. Do you think you're going to stay dry out here walking? Look at this. You know, if it had rained, my legs and feet would be soaking wet. Even in the fall. Even with snow on the ground, I'm going to be soaked. Look at this. Do you guys actually think you can stay safe out in the woods? And this is just a small patch of woods. There's forest people talking about going where the trees are a lot bigger and it's a lot denser and a lot more danger. So guys, you really need to evaluate bugging out and thinking you're going to thrive and survive in here. We've been in here working for a couple of hours, and I have not seen nor heard any movement of animals. Why? Because we scared them off. And that's what's going to happen when you're in your area. You're going to scare the animals away. They're going to know somebody's there, and they're going to move off. So that means you got to move further away from your camp to hunt and to trap, leaving you vulnerable for getting hurt, getting attacked by animals, getting attacked by other humans, or having your camp raided by other humans or animals if you have food around. I mean, and digging a hole and getting in a hole, covering it up. Other animals are going to seek that shade and that warm. I mean, you know, if it's hot, they're going to go into that hole wanting to stay cool. Snakes are going to crawl up in there. Guys, you got to really think about it, because right now the ticks are bad. It's a fantasy land, guys, I'm telling you. If you truly believe you think you could come out here and survive like our ancestors did, you're going to lose. Our ancestors had the knowledge, had the common sense about living out in the woods. Us modern day folks, see, another damn spider web. Us modern folks don't. You know? We don't have the knowledge like our forefathers did. We've become stupid. Honestly, we've lost all that knowledge. And like right now, I'm swatting mosquitoes like crazy from me. I mean, just because you go and you camp for a few days, don't think you're going to be able to survive in this element right here for 6 months, a year. A lot of people wouldn't be able to last a month in here. And like I said, this is just a small patch of woods. Now, if you get into the big forest, the big mountain regions, the swamps, you're in deep trouble. But what are you going to do if something like that falls on your shelter? But you can't get away from it, because if you clear you off a spot, you're making yourself even more vulnerable. The best place to be is inside a home. Bug in. If your area is going to be overrun or you're in a big city, get to know people out in the country, out in rural areas. Make friends with them. And bug in with them. Safety in numbers. Out here, you're not safe. You are not safe. Insects is going to eat you alive. Spiders, scorpions, yellow jackets, snakes, coyotes, bears, mountain lion, bobcats, moose, wolves. You know, in some areas, wolverines, badgers, raccoons, poison ivy, poison oak, widowmakers, tripping, falling in a hole, getting impaled, staying damp and wet and cold, catching pneumonia, the flu, whatever. Say you find you some firewood and you're burning it and it's got poison oak or poison ivy on it. You're sitting there burning that stuff, breathing in the smoke, and it gets into your nasal passages or into your lungs. You're screwed. People don't think about that stuff. I think outside the box, and I think everything that could go wrong and then some. You know, out here, people are not going to be your only threat. Look down on the ground. Look up in the, that's your threats all around you. 360. That's your threat, people. That's your threat. Hey guys, think about it. Think about it. You know, I'm not trying to put a damper on your guys' bug out plans. This would be my very, very, very last option to bring my family in. Because I don't care how much TV shows you watch. I don't care how much books you've read. I don't care how many times you go on weekend camping trips. There's no way you can be right out here and survive long term. The weather's going to get you. The animals are going to get you. The trees are going to get you. The plants are going to get you. The creepy crawlers are going to get you. Other humans are going to get you. Or just by stupidity, you're going to get yourself. So, you guys really need to think about it. Because if you think you can live in this and survive and thrive, there's going to be a lot of dead people, a lot of dead families. There's no way. I mean, long term, there's no way. There's too many hazards, too many. Why do you think people got out of the woods in the first place and formed cities and formed communities? To be safe. If it was safe in the woods, we would still be, everybody would still be living in the woods and there would be no cities or no communities. I mean, you think, okay, I got to go to the bathroom. You're going to dig a hole and you're going to cover it up. You're going to dig a hole and you're going to cover it up. How many times are you going to dig a hole and cover it up until that smell starts bringing other animals or other humans around? Animals are going to dig that up. Look, right there. Another big pine tree ready to fall. Look over there. They're all busted up, guys. Oh, and look right there. Hold on, let me get over here. See, look at this crap. You got to walk through this. And where you're stepping, there could be a big old snake. There could be a brown recluse. There could be a black widow. There could be a big old scorpion. There could be a number of things underneath this wood that could get you. You got to think about it. Hold on. Let me see. That big old oak right there that's dead. Now, when it falls, do you think it's going to come down? Because it's rotten. It's going to shatter like a bomb has hit it. And it's going to go everywhere. That could reach you if you're 30 or 40 feet away just by it breaking other branches and stuff. I'm trying to talk sense into you guys. Let the bugging out into the mountains and the swamps and the forest and whatever. Let that be your very last option. Because it's hot as hell in here right now. I mean, I'm soaked. Ricky's soaked. It's not cool. It's not pleasant in here. There's no breeze blowing. Hold on, I'll show you something. Is it hot in here, Ricky?
You're kidding me? Yeah.
See, he's soaked. It's not. Then up here, I'll show you another thing. If you're not careful, what's going to happen? What do you guys see right there? Just looks like a bunch of weeds. Yeah, you're walking around, boom, boom, boom. You're walking around looking. Barbed wire, rusted barbed wire. You trip and fall and get cut on that, and you're not up to date on your tetanus shot. Guess what? You're screwed. Nobody saw that, did they? You got to watch for Mother Nature, and you got to watch for humans putting stuff up. So, like, you know, I can't stress enough, the people who thinks they're going to come out here and live and survive and thrive, stop watching your TV shows. Stop watching these survival shows. Stop listening to all the BS YouTubers saying it's possible. It's not. It's not. You know, out of 100 people that comes out to the woods, I say maybe 5 to 10 of them would survive long term. Maybe. And that's just luck on their side. There's so much that can get you here. And like I said, this is just a small patch of woods. It's not like when you get into the deep forest or the mountains. Oh, and another thing, hogs. Wild hogs. You piss them off, they're going to come and they're going to eat you. And if they smell food or they smell your human waste, they're coming. And they don't come one or two, they come in big packs. And they will eat your butt alive. Especially women. That time of month, that smell, that's going to attract animals. You got to think about it. I mean, I could probably write a manual on why not to bug out and still not be able to cover it all. You know, if you want to learn the skills, yes, learn the skills because it will help you. But if you think you're going to grab a bag and supplies and come out here and survive and thrive, you're going to die. And you're going to get your family either hurt or killed because of this. I mean, look at this cherry tree. Look at that. That, yellow jackets love making nests in that. And you go to chop that down or push that down or whatever, and you hit that, you're going to get swarmed by yellow jackets. You know, how many EpiPens can you carry? How much Benadryl can you carry? You know, if you get hit 30 to 40 or 50 damn times by yellow jackets, your body's going to go into shock. And if you're allergic to it, you're dead. Look and think, guys. Walk out into your woods. I'm not talking about a city area of woods. I'm talking about go up into the deep forest and camp for 3 days with just bare minimum supplies. No tent, no nothing like that. On the cold, snowy, or a cold, rainy day. Don't do it now. Because if you do it now, you're going to think, oh man, this is easy. Do it when the weather is at its worst. And see what you think about it then. See if it's going to be easy. See how cold you're going to get. If you're laying here in the, or go out in when it's the hottest day of the year, make you a little camp area and try to sleep with the bugs and the ants and everything blowing on you and you sleeping on hard ground or a raised bed. See how much rest you're going to get. You're not. You're not. If people don't believe me, prove me wrong. Make a video. Go out and be honest and make a video. Not an overnighter. Do a 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 day trip in the deep woods or the swamps or the mountains with minimum gear on the hottest days or the rainiest days or the coldest, snowiest days. Make a video and see how comfortable you are and how miserable you are compared to being in a home, being in a friend's home, being in a family member's home to bug in. This area right here is your last option, guys. So I hope this video helped people. I hope it got people thinking. You know, it's a long video. I made a lot of points in this video. But just tell me what you guys think. I'm going to get back to work. I'll see you on the next one. Be safe and bye.